Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Star Wars Galaxy of Yeti here, coming with this different Jedi compilation that I've been using to climb in the arena, and I've been doing pretty well. There is some slight issues with R7 Malaks. If they're really, really tanky or they have a really high relic Sith Trooper with them, then that can be a problem. But otherwise, I've been doing pretty well, and it doesn't really matter the speeds of their Darth Revan, Karen, and Malak, because I go first, I smack Karen, and then that fills up Yoda's turn meter, and then he goes, and then it becomes kind of a thing. Oddly enough, though, this isn't like a step-by-step guide on how to beat something, because this is really a reactive team. And when I first started the comp, I have some footage of that, but I wasn't gonna put it in the video. It's more like you have to learn. It's more like running like the Padme team, where you kind of have to see where where the battle's flowing and kind of go with it. Especially with something like this, because it's kind of tough matching up against Sith Empire and some of the mechanics that are there. So you have to take the avenues that are kind of open. But anyway, this is the Jedi that I've been using to climb, and I've been making it to 1 most days. I mean, my shard's pretty cool, so I have been getting a little bit of help when I need it, because there are some teams that I struggle against more than others. But if the path's there, it's like 5 fights or 6 fights, whatever it takes to just get up there. And it holds pretty well overnight. I haven't gone, I've only dropped below 30 once, so that's good. But I'm running with Jedi Revan. He's relic level 4, sorry. But he's quite fast. I'm running with a 154 set, and then sadly it's like a lot of crit chance, which is something I don't really like, but it's my fastest triangle, so yeah, it just had to go that way. Anyway, then I'm running with R7 GMY, and he's not really fast or anything, plus 68, but the offense, you get down here, it's 11,600, and we've got 38% crit chance, so with Jedi Revan's like added bonus, it works out to like about 70%, which is pretty good. It gives an extra 35%, so we're like at 73% or whatever, which is pretty good. You can rely on him to hit pretty hard, pretty regularly. I do throw Jolie in. I know people are running Hoda, but my Hoda's only G11, doesn't have any Zetas, so it's I've got quite a bit of health on him, 103,000, and then 44,000 on protection. He's fairly quick, 93. I mean, not super fast or anything. The rest of the stats don't really matter, except his armor and resistance are pretty solid, as well as his like crit avoid. We've got Relic 7 Jedi Anakin. He's been a part of it. Running him at 105. I want him a little bit faster than Yoda. The reason is I need him to be able to take turns, because sometimes I'm going to pass him strategic advantage, and I want to be able to move that strategic advantage off as fast as I can, so I can get that kind of bouncing between the Jedi, keep it free of shock. That's a big problem. For damage, I'm looking at 7792 with an 80% crit chance, so he crits 100% of the time with Jedi Revan bonuses. And then, of course, General Kenobi rounds out the team. And here we've got 56,000 health, 97,000 protection, and plus 84 speed, so he's not super fast, but I do go pretty heavy on armor, 67% armor, and his resistance 61%. So he's fairly tanky, and he takes a good amount of a beating. I'm not using Bastila in this grouping, but there's that. So it's just these top 5, and I'm gonna get to the footage of the fights coming up soon. With the first one's gonna be against like probably the best modded Malak in my shard. He's at R5 with relics all around, and R7 on DR, R5 on Karen, and I think it's only R1 on Sith Trooper. But anyway, that footage is coming around. When I first heard about this this compilation from Khal Drogo and DB Official's Discord server, I was a little bit reticent, but I was going to work on Anakin anyway, so I just kind of rushed Anakin in, and this is kind of what's come. So the team we're up against right now just has pretty disgusting mods. I would say it's the best modded Malak team in the Shard, and there's only one other team that even comes close. It can kind of go all over the place, though, because getting stuck on Sith Trooper is a real problem, and one of the big things you have to do before Revan gets death marked out of the fight is you're going to have to get either the Saber Toss or Kenobi's cleanse there to get the retribution up, or just to cleanse, because getting that shock off of this team is absolutely vital. It's something that I keep coming back to when I lose against a team that I think I shouldn't have lost against, is I generally didn't get the Saber Toss, or I misplayed Kenobi and didn't get the cleanse before he got killed or before somebody major got killed, because we need that shock out so we can get buffs and move through there. Once we get through Sith Trooper, which is kind of like the stumbling block, it's like the little bit of the speed bump. We got pretty much free reign, because we'll get our revive like we did right here. We've still got Revan, which is really good, even though this team can take it from 5-on-3 to like 3-on-1 pretty quickly. So we're going to knock out Marauder, which is basically the preferred 5th that you want to see in this. Having Marauder over HK is only a benefit to our team, although it holds better against other Darth Revans when they have their Marauder in. So here we're going to drop Darth Revan. There he goes, and now it's 4-on-1 against his Malak. This has gone wrong before against an R7 Malak, but for the most part, if I can get that healing immunity to land, it's pretty game over. I thought that AoE would kill him, it didn't, but we're going to close it out right after this with Anakin's hit, bang, and we're through. And that's a great team that's generally really hard to beat and never leaves the top 10, really. So that was a great one. Okay, so here's a second clip. This is from previously from another day. I was still kind of learning the team a little bit, so there are a few things that I would call kind of misplays in this one. But we get Karen out really quickly, which is really important, and then we can go and we get stuck on Sith Trooper as you normally do. And once we get through Sith Trooper, though, that's really when things start going really well for this team. So you don't want to be pushed up against like an R5, R6, R7 Sith Trooper. That can really slow you down. And against a strong Malak, strong DR, and with HK variants specifically. Here I thought I was going to kill Malak with that hit, but that was kind of a misplay on my part. I was still kind of learning what I can do with this team at this gear level. Anyway. We got the shock up. I should have cleansed. I should have cleansed the shock there with Kenobi's Soresu or whatever, but I didn't, and I went for the group hug and got rid of Sith Trooper. So minor misplay at best, and then the AoE finishes them off. All right, here we go into the next one. Alright, so we're getting against Plan 3 here. He's got pretty good mods. His team's pretty decent. He normally runs Marauder instead of HK, so his HK is a little bit undergeared in this one. I had my camera going when I recorded this, so I'm like head bobbing to my music in the morning. But yeah, I'm used to killing his Malak pretty easily. So this is something where I think I call Anakin, and I think it does work. Now, it didn't. He gets a drain. That's proc Savior. And I'm going to go for the... No, this is definitely not the time to throw. This is when I was kind of figuring out that I need to get the shock off with my Saber Toss. So I save the Saber Toss, go for the basic on Darth Revan, and now I can move Yoda towards Sith Trooper here. We get the cleanse, and so now we're in a good position. Jedi Revan's still alive. We've got a cleanse off, and we're going to rip through Sith Trooper pretty quickly. We're going to get that buff immunity off and a little bit of a heal. Here we go. Going to spread those around. I think we go and share it to Yoda. Yes, we do, and that kills Malak right away. And now we're free to do AoEs. We're free to do whatever we really need, and this is going to be pretty devastating for Plan 3's team, which I generally don't lose to at all. So that's something. Anyway, 10 stacks of ferocity. I'm surprised I lived through that, but Yoda cleans it up, and that's another win. And last one I'm going to show you in this one is against Tassinix, and he's been putting a lot of gear levels on his team recently, but still running the G11 on the Malak as well. We get big hit on Karen there. Didn't do too much. Anakin didn't clear her off, which is generally where you'll see with these higher gear level Karens. But one more hit and we're through. HK tries for Kenobi, doesn't get him. which is definitely a bit shocking than anything else. But having that high armor is a big help. Well, that's it for this this video about my my Malak killing Jedi team that I've been using climbing the arena. I hope that you guys liked the video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, please give it a thumbs down. Tell me why you didn't like it. Tell me why you liked it. As always, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because you know I'm always trying to put out good content, and then I'd like to have you guys watch it. I mean, that's kind of why I'm making it, and it helps really small channels like mine to keep momentum going and such, keep building. And also pay attention to my GAC series, because my account's been growing pretty well, and it looks like this coming month is going to be really exciting with some of the teams I'm finally able to gear and get, you know, have available and such. Anyway, have a good one.